Do you want to learn the best scales to get started playing jazz, but you're not sure where to start? Well, this is one of the most confusing topics for students because there are literally hundreds of different scales that you can use to play jazz. But what are the most important scales that you should know to get started playing jazz, but you want to get that professional sound? That's what I'm going to show you in today's lesson. So let's go ahead and dive in. All right, first I'm going to show you the 3 most common chords in jazz. Then I'm going to teach you 2 scales that you can use on each of these chords, starting with a simple scale and then a more jazzy sounding scale. So you ready to get started? Let's do it. All right, the first of the 3 most common chords you'll see in jazz is a major 7 chord. And it's a pretty simple chord. It's basically a major triad, and then we add a 7th to the chord. The 7th is just a half step below the root note. Okay, so this is the first chord to know, C major 7. You could also practice this in other keys like F major 7. The second most common chord you'll see in jazz is what's called a minor 7 chord. And for this chord, we're going to play it on a D. Okay, so it looks like this, and a D minor 7 is basically a minor triad, and the 7th is a whole step below the root. So we come down 2 half steps, and we have a D minor 7 chord. Okay, so once again, I recommend you practice this on a few different chords. Like you might want to try this perhaps on a G. How would you play a G minor 7? It's a minor triad, and we add the 7th a whole step below the root. All right, before I teach you the third chord, if you're enjoying this lesson, please hit the like button, and if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this. All right, the third most common chord you'll see in jazz is what's called a dominant 7 chord, and we're gonna play this chord on the G. All right, so this is basically a major chord on the bottom, and then for the 7th, we're gonna add the note a whole step below the root. So we take that G, we come down 2 half steps, and you have what's called a dominant 7 chord. And once again, I recommend that you practice this on a few other chords. For example, you could try this on maybe an F. How would you play an F7 chord? It would look like that. Now, the reason it's so important to know these 3 chords is you're going to see them about 99% of the time in jazz tunes. Meaning, if you know the best scales to solo over these chords, you'll be able to easily and confidently solo over just about any jazz tune. All right, next I'm going to teach you the best scales that you can use to improvise over these chords. But before we do this, if you want to do a deep dive on these 7th chords and really master them in all of your keys, I'll put a link below to our major 7, minor 7, and dominant 7 chords courses. All right, it's time to learn the best scales to solo over these chords, and we're going to start with our first chord, our C major 7 chord. And the first scale that you should know if you're just getting started with improv is your major scale. And by simply taking these 7 notes, these white notes, you can improvise some really cool lines. I'm going to improvise a little solo here with just the major scale. Right? When I just improvised, I was only using the white notes from the C major scale. And so this is a great place to get started. You can improvise some really cool lines just playing these basically 7 notes. Now, when you're starting your improv, there's a lot of cool things you can do. You know, you can walk between the notes of the scale, you can skip kind of thirds up the scale. You can play 7th chords on the various chord tones. Lots of cool tricks that I was using. But you might be thinking, you know what, Johnny, I like this C major scale, but I want it to sound a little more jazzy. And so I'm going to teach you a second scale that I love to use on major chords. This is called the C Lydian scale. And the C Lydian scale is a lot like the C major scale, except the 4th note of the scale is raised up a half step. Okay, so this is called the C Lydian scale, and it has a very magical sound. Check out what this scale sounds like when you improvise. All right, right, let's try improvising using these two scales over the backing track. For this track, it's basically just gonna loop a C major 7 chord, and I'm gonna walk you through how you can get started with improv. Here we go. I'd start with C major. Okay, I'm just using the white notes. Okay, now let's try some C Lydian. Okay, that was a little turn. By the way, this lesson comes with 4 downloadable backing tracks, plus the lesson sheet music on the top left of your screen is downloadable and printable, and you can change the key of this entire lesson with the click of one button, so you can practice it in all 12 keys with our smart sheet music, so I'll put a link to all of that below. All right, next you're gonna learn the 2 scales that I love to use on minor 7 chords. And so on our D minor 7 chord, if you're just getting started with improv, the best scale I think to use is what's called your Dorian scale. And the D Dorian scale is basically all white notes. So it's basically like a C major scale, except you're starting on the D. Now you could think of the Dorian scale like a D major scale, except we're lowering the 3rd and we're lowering the 7. So the Dorian scale is like a major scale with flat 3 and a flat 7, okay? And so here's a quick example of all the things that you can do using just the white notes over your D chord. Okay, when I was just improvising, believe it or not, I was only using white notes, all the notes that come from your D Dorian scale. Now you might be thinking, okay Johnny, I like the sound of that scale, but I want it to sound a little jazzier. I want to get some kind of cool rub notes in the scale. And so if that describes you, then I want to teach you a second scale that I love to use on minor 7 chords called the D minor bebop scale. And the D minor bebop scale is basically all of the notes of the D Dorian scale, except we're going to add one additional note, which is the C sharp, okay? And this is really cool because now when we're improvising over a minor 7 chord, we get this black note in there which kind of rubs against the chord, but we want this when we're playing jazz. We want to get that tension and that resolution. So here's what it would sound like if you were to improvise using the D minor bebop scale. Sound amazing. And once again, I'm basically thinking of all of the white notes here, but I'm just kind of adding that little C sharp in there to create a little rub. Now I want to practice improvising using both of these scales with the included backing track. So we're going to loop a D minor 7 chord, and I'm going to walk you kind of slowly through how you can improvise using these scales. Here we go. Here it is. I'd start with the D Dorian scale. Create some little lines. Okay, let's use that bebop scale. All right, before I teach you what scales to use on dominant 7th chords, if you're enjoying this lesson and you want to do a deep dive on this topic and learn even more scales that you can use on these chords, check out our Scales for Improv on 7th Chords course, where you'll learn even more of my top scales that I love to use on these chords, plus additional chords that you'll see in jazz. So I'll put a link to that course below. All right, are you ready to learn my top 2 scales that I love to use on dominant 7 chords? Well, if you're just getting started with improv, the best scale to get started with is what's called a G Mixolydian scale. It's basically all of the white notes on the piano starting from G. So you can think of this like a C major scale, or you could think of this scale in terms of G. So you could think of it like a G major scale, except except it has a flat 7. And so there are some really cool sounds that you can get from the G Mixolydian scale. Check out this quick improv using the scale. Sound amazing? And once again, I'm only using the white notes to create this improvisation. But you might be thinking, okay, Jonny, that sounds great, but I want to use a little bit jazzier sounding scale. I want to get some of those cool kind of rub notes in there. And so if this describes you, I would use this second scale. It is my all-time favorite scale to use on dominant 7 chords, and it's called the dominant diminished scale. And here's how it works. We basically start on the first note of the G7 chord, and we go half step, whole step, all the way up the piano. So if you go up a half step, and then a whole step, and then a half step, and a whole step, and a half step, whole step, half step, and whole step, you have one of the most amazing scales that you can use on dominant 7 chords. And it's such a cool scale because it not only hits all of the notes from the chord, but it hits some additional notes called chord alterations. Specifically, it hits what's called a flat 9, a sharp 9, a sharp 11, and it also hits the E, which is a chord extension called the 13. Now, if this doesn't make sense to you, don't worry, it will make sense over time. But the bottom line is that this scale hits some really cool notes on a dominant 7 chord. So here's a quick example of what your improv could sound like by just using this scale. By the way, if you want to learn the techniques that I'm using to improvise all of these jazz lines, you can learn them in our 251 improv course series. I'll put a link to that below. All right, the last thing I want to do in this lesson is I want to combine all 3 of these chords so you can hear what it sounds like to combine some of these scales. So we're going to play what's called the 251 chord progression, and we're going to start on the D chord, which we call our 2 chord. Then we'll play the G7 chord, which is our 5 chord in the key of C, and then our C major 7, which is our 1 chord in the key of C. Because this is really what you want to do as a jazz pianist. You want to be able to use these scales in common chord progressions. So let's go ahead and play this with the included backing track. This is track number 4, and I'll walk you through the improv. All right, we're going to start nice and simple, only using white notes. Here we go. Nice little lines. Okay, let's use some of our different scales. Did you enjoy the lesson? If you did, please let me know in the comments, and be sure to check out pianowithjonny.com. We have over 1,000 step-by-step lessons for all playing levels where you'll learn your favorite songs, styles, and how to improvise at the piano. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.